action.
Hi everyone, my name is Claudia Mitchell, and I am currently a student at the University of New Mexico, majoring in Chicano Studies. This short video will reflect my summer experience taking Chicano Mexicano Studies, CHMS 392, Writers in the Community with Carlos Contreras. The class was structured to allow students to express themselves without any fear. This wasn't a class to teach us and to enforce grammar and punctuation. This class just gave us the ability to express ourselves freely in writing. Something that I found easy about the class was the ability to communicate and to write. I felt free to be myself without any thoughts or repercussions due to my grammar mistakes or punctuation. At the beginning of the class, I found it difficult to open up and to be myself. I'd never taken a class like this before. So it was hard for me to express what I was thinking and what I was feeling. What I put on paper was sometimes intimate and it was very personal. Some of my classmates can attest to this. There was one incident where one of my writings was very full of emotion and I couldn't contain my tears when it was time for me to share. I had never realized the power behind the written word. Although it is encouraged for us to share our writings, we didn't have to. The community workshops with the youth was a little difficult at first. We realized that not everyone wants to do this or to write, and maybe it's because they're afraid to open up and to express themselves. Also, giving a youth a writing prompt when they would rather play video games or be on Facebook is pretty intimidating. We learned that tailoring our prompts to appropriate ages and the attitudes of the group, that's what made our second workshop a success. So for the first workshop, we didn't know what to expect. I felt like I was thrown into a lion's den with some of the kids and their attitudes and their looks at us. Many were ignoring us and they refused to participate. So we learned the second time that if we tailored our prompts towards these age groups or towards their attitudes, so we used funny stories, we used games to capture their attention. And even though that we rotated every 15 minutes, the second time we were running out of time. So the students were really engaged with us. So it felt really good to see that the kids were engaged and we felt more confident in what we were doing. One other thing that I really enjoyed about the workshops and that I learned was teamwork. I was paired up with Esteban and Cruz, and this was perfect because we were able to gauge the direction of the group, and we were able to assist each other, and we realized when we were losing their attention, we right away jumped in with a game or a different prompt. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned that I really enjoy the written word and the spoken word. Some people surprised me. For example, there was a youth that I had a misconception of. I thought that he wasn't going to participate, and we gave him a prompt with a word. I think his word was book. So he ended up making this poem. He actually even rapped it. It was just magnificent. It was just a simple word. And others, I feel they might have been just afraid and they didn't want to break out of their shell, but you can't make anybody. I learned to regain my imagination. I learned that I can put it into words in paper. The guest poets were amazing. Having Jessica Helen Lopez and Damian Flores come in and perform and show us their poetry, it made the written word come alive through their combination of their poetry and their art. All the experiences were wonderful, so don't keep them all. I would definitely take this course again, and I definitely recommend this course because it focuses on free writing and expression, and it provides community service and assistance and just integration into the community. There are many opportunities to listen and to participate in local poetry and art and music at local pubs around Albuquerque about once a month. So it's wonderful to experience the community and all their talents from around the city. And like the motto for the class was, there's no wrong, just right.